what's good? How y'all doing out there? It's your boy Jay to the Jake Jones. Another episode. It's alright with y'all, aka the J Experiment. Just wanted to touch bases. I told y'all I was gonna get back with y'all. So I'm back. Yeah. You know how we do it. Hey, continue to tune in. I appreciate y'all. Much love. Hey, if I help y'all in any kind of way, you know what I'm saying? Don't hesitate to continue to listen. Hit the like button, comments, all that good stuff. Let me know how you feeling, what's on your mind, what I probably could do, whatever. Questions, any questions, shoot them at me. I'll answer them straight up. I don't care what it is. Just ask me, and we'll touch on it. I'll chop it up. What I want to do today, I kind of want to implement the life, what I call the life plan, where we talk about life skills and some of the stuff or the direction that I feel like we just need to go, as far as just educating ourselves to where we can become better people. I was telling y'all before, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, one of the things that I see that we need to improve on is the fact that as a people, we tend to not capitalize or maximize our potential. Or we just plain, we just don't take advantage of situations, and we don't educate ourselves. We don't understand the ins and outs, Something I learned a long time ago, and I really believe, and I'm trying to, kind of set in stone in my own personal life is, it's hard to survive and live in a society when you don't even know how it functions. You don't even know what it takes to be productive, be successful, to move forward in the society. So we got to learn how to do that. And with a lot of us, it go back to just basics, Like for years, people just may not have had any knowledge or insight on how the banking system go. A lot of people just go to work. You're underpaid as is. You go to work, you come home, and you could live check to check, and you watch TV, you see all this stuff, and you try to have a better life for you and your kids, and just experience. That's what it's about. Man, it's about just experiencing life, just having fun, enjoying yourself, not just working like a slave until you die, and then you ain't did nothing, you don't have nothing. My grandmother told me the best thing she could have ever told me. She said, baby, you only live once, so enjoy it, make the best of it. And that's real. You only live once. You don't get a second try. You don't get to repeat. A lot of times. So try to make the best decisions you can make, and try to enjoy it to the fullest. Everything, try to plan out your every move and step so that you won't have any regrets. So as moving forward, you'll just be doing good and making moves and experiencing stuff, because experience is the best teacher. And I'm gonna tell you something. You can have all the fancy cars, you can have a nice house, all that, but ain't nothing can better than those memories. Good memories. That's why pictures are so vital. Everybody love pictures. You know why we love pictures? Because pictures tell a story. So even like people utilize it for good and bad. Some people faking it. You can look on Instagram and all these. Some people just look like money. They putting their best shots on there, and that don't tell the whole story. But I tell you what, it tell a story. It paint a picture. So nothing like memories. Nothing like knowing. Everybody might not get it, but And it could be something simple. You spent some time with your kids at the park. It's just a memorable time because you seen something that you just, is going to carry for the rest of your life. It's in your head. You just experienced it. But we need a reality check. And it's not just blacks, it's everybody. A lot of people in America, we need a reality check. But definitely my black people, we need a reality check, because we don't understand a lot of the stuff we need to be prosperous, to be successful. Success is not an island. Success is a variation of islands. Everybody's success is different. Every day you witness success. It's just we got different levels of success, and we like to try to put success out on an island. We try to make success be, once I reach there. But you'll have multiple successes all throughout your life. You'll succeed, you'll fail, you'll just move. That's just a part of success. Is not just this big old like angelical thing like oh, I succeeded, I'm good. No, 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 no. That's just you may have succeeded in that one particular thing. That's one success. But success is a continuous revolving door. You can have 1,000 success. You could have been succeeded at 1,000 different things. And it's up to you and I guess whoever which one is the greatest success versus the lesser success. But success is not just one thing. It's just a revolving door. It's you have success. Some people, people get into a car accident, paralyzed from the legs down, whatever. To be able to walk again is a success for that situation. To be able to financially prosper and get to a certain place in life is a success. So success is not just one thing. It's not just one place. It's continuous until you die. But everybody, we need a reality check. Because the one thing that everybody need to realize, that there's no getting around it, is as long as you on this planet, in this world, you're going to have to live. And what it takes to live is money. So you're going to have to figure out how to make money to live. That's why, like, truthfully, I remember a few years back hearing Huckabee talk about one tax for everybody. And I kind of thought it was a great idea, because if they just put a universal tax, on all products and services sold, just one tax. And obviously the scale of the tax will vary based on the service and the product. But it could be a universal tax, like 2%. And the 2% will vary, because if it's 2% of 2% of a dollar, we know that's only 2 pennies. But if it's if you're gonna make a universal tax, what you're gonna do is you're gonna make everything get this tax percentage, 6%, everything. And you can't buy nothing, you can't sell nothing without it being taxed, 6%. And what happens is, universally, nobody can dodge that, because everybody pay. Now, like I say, it's on a variation, it's a scale, you know what I'm saying? Like, items that don't cost that much is different than an item that costs more. So the more but what I like about that is there's no way to duck it. There's no way for a person like Donald Trump to find loopholes to only pay $700 and something. Like, I'm not mad at anybody for finding a loophole. I'm not mad at you. If that's how you get down, then, because you're doing your due diligence, that's what you should do. Try to figure out the best way to avoid whatever. So I'm not mad at somebody not paying a certain amount, because if you had a universal tax, you wouldn't have to worry about that. There's no getting it. Homeless, it don't matter. Because let me tell you something. Homeless people spend money. Everybody spend money. They out there panhandling, they homeless, getting money because they have to spend. What they spend it on is whatever, if it's beer or drugs or whatever they spending money on, they spend it on. But everybody spend money. Everybody. The homeless people, everybody spend money because you have to. That's the only way you get stuff. It's buy it or steal it. And the stealing, I don't know. Let me know how that work out for you. I don't know how long that's going to last. It's just a matter of time for the stealing just run out. So everybody gonna have to spend some money. So you have to live, you got to make money. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I can't really say how to make money, because that's a case-by-case situation, and that's to each his own. Obviously we understand that making money has a lot to do with your skill set, your knowledge. People pay for knowledge. So if you know how to do a lot of different things, you could probably make more money. A person who don't know that much, not gonna make that much money. You limit it to what you can do, so you're not gonna make that much money. That's just how that game go. So you have to personally figure out how to educate yourselves. That's why you see it on the board. Educate, then you elevate. Like, you got to figure out how to educate yourself so that you can make more money. You got to figure out how to get a side hustle going or how to do whatever to make more money. I can't tell you how to do that because I don't know your skill set. I don't know your personality. I don't know you. I don't know. So I can't sit here and say, oh, well, you do this and this and that, you'll make a lot of money. Because one person might make money doing that, but the next person might not make no money because they just might not, match up with their personality or skill set. So each person got to figure out how to make money. But you got to make money because you got to survive, because that's just how the world is. It's based off of money. Even credit. Like, don't get caught up in the whole credit thing, because let me tell you something about credit. Credit mean I'm going to let you hold this today, but you need to pay me back tomorrow. That's all credit is. Credit is not you getting nothing free. And if you think you're getting something free, you a fool, and you need to step back and reevaluate that, because that's not true. And if somebody told you that, they telling you a damn lie. Don't listen to them no more. Credit is not free. You got to pay credit back. What it is credit just gives you time to pay it back later. I'm going to trust. Here you go. You can get it now because I know you'll pay me. That's all credit is. Here you go. I'm going to give it to you now. Don't worry about it. Just pay me when you get a chance, because I know you're going to pay me. That's all credit is. Pay me back later. But you got to pay me. I ain't getting it to you for free. Credit is not free. So even with the credit thing, that's another educational lesson that we need to learn, because you still got fools running around thinking credit is free. No, the fuck it's not. You got to pay that shit back. So be real cautious with how you utilize your credit, because you got to pay that back. I don't care how you dress it up. I'm not going to use fancy words. You get something on credit, you got to pay it back at some point. Ain't nobody giving away nothing free. If it's free, they're going to let you know up top. Don't worry about it. This is free. You ain't got to pay shit. But credit don't say that. The APR and all that, the annual percentage return and all that, that tell you a whole different story. So, we need to educate ourselves on that kind of stuff. The reality check, the reason I say the reality check is because everybody crying about wages, everybody crying about being broke, everybody crying about, the cost of living going up, but I'm not making enough money. And a lot of that is true. A lot of that is true. But now what we're not putting into the equation is not just a one-sided situation. Because now let me tell you why I say that before I even go that far. It's a lot of people who make good money. And it don't have nothing to do with color. It don't have nothing to do with creed. It don't have nothing to do with race. They make good money because guess what? They qualified. They have the proper education, the proper training to get the job done, so they're more valuable. So people pay them more. You come into a job, you don't know how to do nothing. I might like you, and I might think you got potential, but you don't know how to do nothing. I'm not finna pay you no whole bunch of money and you don't know how to do nothing. Like, no. Now, once you learn how to do something, then we can talk about it. And that's a whole nother conversation, a whole nother time frame, because I don't know how long it's gonna take you to learn how to do nothing. So in the meantime, between time, for somebody who don't know how to do nothing, this is what I'm willing to pay you. If you want to change that, you need to learn how to do something. You need to learn a skill set. Learn, like Dr. Umar Johnson and a lot of the brothers are saying some powerful stuff when they're saying that more people, especially blacks, we need to get back into skilled trades. We're shying away from that. Everybody crying and complaining about Mexicans and the foreigners and all this coming in and taking the jobs because we don't want to do them. And I get it. I get it a little bit, because technically some of them jobs is peon jobs, don't nobody want to pay. But it ain't all that. A lot of that be people just don't, you're too uppity. You just don't want to do it. You just don't want to do the job. And then when somebody else come in and do the job, then now you got a problem. But hey, learn how to do some stuff. We got to learn how to do some stuff. And I ain't talking about just technology. The technology is cool, but everybody can't learn how to do technology. Everybody can't be a nurse and learn the medical field and all that. Everybody. some people gonna have to do some labor jobs, them blue collar jobs. That's what made the country great. Them blue collar jobs made the country great. Some people gonna have to learn how to be a brick mason. Some people gonna learn how to drywall. Some people gonna, because at the end of the day, all the technology in the world is not gonna necessarily build that house. Now, I'm not gonna put my foot in my mouth and talk ahead of time, cause I don't know. You know, they might come up with a machine that can just throw the house together. I don't know. But you want you a cinder block brick house? It's them masons coming in and getting to work, and they building your damn house. You want to put your roof on and get it. The carpenters, they coming in and they building your house. So we need to take in consideration that maybe we need to go back and learn how to do that. Learn how to drive some of the heavy equipment. You know, like I talk to my boy Torrance all the time about truck driving. I don't see truck driving going nowhere. You know, he kind of pessimistic about it. He been in the industry for a while, so he's seeing some stuff that's making him feel uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, now I can't say it might be an electric, it might be an EV truck versus a gas truck, but a truck is gonna have to drive that merchandise from one spot to the next. That's just the way it is. You know, they haven't opened up the airways to just be letting planes and helicopters fly everywhere. And then helicopters and stuff, planes can't even, they can only carry so much. You know, trucks can only carry so much. So it's a combination of, trucks are not going to go nowhere. The trucking industry is going to be around because it's very important. The train, even a train, that the railroad system is the bomb. But trains only, they don't go everywhere. They don't go inner city. So somebody have to drive out to the train, pick up the load and bring it. The ships, somebody got to drive to the ships, pick the load up and bring it back. So it's, you know, different trades. So we need to expand and get the reality check and understand that we need to learn how to do some stuff. And it's not, because see now, a lot of us Americans, we done got spoiled. We think that it's all about going back to college and going back to school. And that's cool to a certain extent, you know, but a lot of those skilled trade jobs, you know, it's on the job experience. You learn on the job. That going to school, sitting up in AC all day, listening to a professor or a teacher tell you, that's cool, but half of them people, that's not even really panning out. Because you know how many people I personally know that done went and got a 4-year degree and still be catching hell trying to get a job? Because they don't have no hands-on experience. They don't have no technical experience. They want you to be able to go to work. That's why a lot of times with them positions in schools and stuff, they want you to do the intern because they need you to get out there and do it. They need you to get out there and do it. That way when you come to work for me, the learning curve has been reduced to where I have you coming in and you getting straight to work. I don't have you coming in and you got this bachelor's degree and this AA or whatever, and I still got to teach you how to do all this, you know, whatever, because you never really did it. You just learned about it. And that's cool. It's cool to learn about it. You kind of you got to have the educational side of it. You got to learn, but on the job, hands-on training tends to be the new thing, and that's the best way, you know. In some jobs, I can't teach through a book. I can't teach through a video. Some jobs, you gotta like, come over here, let me show you, this is what you do. And you know, that's how you go about it. So that's the reality check is, it's time to educate ourselves, like for real. Stop being intimidated. Stop being afraid. That's another thing. Like, deep down inside, we cowards. Everybody's scared. Everybody's scared to take. It's like everybody wanted to be easy. Nobody want rough. Nobody want to really go through it, no whatever, unless you forced. And then it's a pity-patty situation where you want somebody to be having sympathy for you, empathy for you, and feel sad and stuff for you because you went through some hard times. Stop being scared. Learn. All jokes aside, the early 1900s, the late 1800s, when they didn't have all this advanced technology, they was crashing. They was learning as they go. They was messing up. If you go back to your history books and you really look and read, if it wasn't for the Indians, that's why, like, you know, in a sense, when they be talking that stuff about the Indians and stuff, like, a lot of that you need to be paying attention to. The Indians really made a difference. If it wasn't for the Indians, them original colonists would have died. Indians had already been through it. They already knew how to survive on the land. Them people come over here, they had no idea. They was dying. They was out of there. Them Indians saved them. Now, they did some slime ball stuff, and they flipped the script, and they turned and stabbed them in the back and all that. But we really should be giving a lot more praise to the Indians, because the Indians really helped people survive, you know. The Indians really, like, looked out. You know, they probably had their faults, their flaws. They probably did some, you know, some bad stuff too, because that's just human nature, you know, not to trust each other. But the Indians really helped, you know what I'm saying? I'm for real. The Indians really helped. Go back and read on it. Look into it. The Indians really helped. They helped a lot, because, man, them people come over here, man, they was out of gas. They had, man, they did not know. They was in over their head for real. It was serious. Like, they was dying. They did not know how to survive, because they had never been over here. They had never experienced this stuff. It was completely different. So it's the same concept. Stop being so scared. If you fail, it's not the end of the world. If you didn't die, get your ass up, dust your shoulders off, and keep it moving, and try again. That's it. What you talking about? You stop being so goddamn scary. What you got to lose? If you don't do nothing, you will have nothing. So you better do something. And listen here, I keep telling y'all, I don't know if 50 Cent understood it, but get rich or die trying is a powerful motto. That's a powerful statement. Get rich or die trying. You may not get rich. The reality is you may not get rich. We're going to accept that. But goddamn it, keep trying until you can't try no more. And, you know, because it's never too late. Success is never too late. You could be 77 some years old, finna pass away. You can't tell me if you ain't got no money, and you could be 77 in the hospital, they telling you ain't got nothing but a few weeks left. Let them come in there and be like, hey man, you just hit lotto too. It ain't like you gonna be telling them, oh, I don't want it, take it back. I don't want that. If you don't do nothing but pass it on to your kids, ain't nobody turning down success. Ain't nobody turning down that money. So get rich or die trying. Keep trying until you can't try no more. The last day, you need to be trying to think of a way. If you ain't made it or you ain't accomplished a lot of stuff, be trying on the way out of here. You know, they be talking about that at your funeral. Your eulogy, that one would be talking about, boy, he was dying and he still was talking about making some power moves. Why not? Why not? If you don't, why not? Until you die, get rich or die trying. Just keep on keeping on. Why not? What you gonna do? Just be sitting around? Man, sit your ass down somewhere. Like, you need to kill yourself. Well, no, I ain't gonna say kill yourself, but you need to get your ass locked away somewhere. Sit your ass down somewhere. Because short-term sacrifice equals long-term reward. So in the short term, if we have our reality check and we start to educate ourselves, then in the long term, you know, that's something we struggle with. Everybody struggle with it at some point. Some people less than others, but a lot of us struggle with that short-term sacrifice, that delayed gratification. Everybody want an instant. That's why I don't have no sympathy for people that hustle, drug dealers in the streets. I don't got no sympathy. Because all jokes aside, we don't got no excuse. That's why, like, you know what? If you an ex-drug dealer or you whatever, or you a drug dealer and you ain't doing nothing with it, you need to come on over here, stand behind me, get into the dummy line, because I'm in the dummy line, you know. Because like I said, millions of dollars don't flew through my hands, and I ain't never took advantage of it. So I'm super stupid. I consider myself the dumbest of the dummies because I had opportunity, you know. The average drug dealer, listen, I'm going to give it to you raw. I ain't even finna sugarcoat. I ain't finna play no games with you. The average drug dealer The average drug dealer make 500 to 1,000, $500 to $2,000 a day. The average drug dealer. And I say average because some make less, some make more. But the average drug dealer make $500 to $2,000 a day. That's just average overall. Some days you make less, some days you make more. But overall average, they make $500 to $2,000 a day. And that includes the little penny ante people selling nickels and dimes all the way up to the people selling kilos. They make money. They make good money. So, now what it is most people ain't doing the right thing with the money. You got guys, I personally know, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you know guys who made $500 in a day, $1,000. Now, I'm not saying that they were able to spend $500 every day, but you got guys get out there and hustle and make $500 in a day. Make it. And they ain't even getting taxed by the government. So that's $500 straight up cash, that's theirs. Now they only was able to spend $200 of it. The other $3 they needed to do whatever, I don't know, whatever, but they $500 went through the hand. Then you got guys who made $2,000 in that day. You got guys who made more than that, but I'm gonna just say on average. So I'm gonna compare that to an average person who no hustle, no illegal, nothing, just go to work every day, clock in. The average person working, making $75 to $500 a day, and they getting taxed in the whole 9 yards. So you got people go to work, and after taxes and withholdings and everything, coming home with a $400-500 check in a week. And them same people who coming home after taxes with $600, $700, $800, $900 after taxes, them people purchasing houses, paying off car notes, building equity. Look up and they got 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 grand saved up. So now when it comes to hustling street life, I don't got no excuse. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't feel sorry for nobody because you're not doing the right thing with the money. Because that's a blessing. I don't care how you dress it up. Green is green, money is green, and yeah, you can let people taint that. Oh, that's dirty money. Bullshit. That's money. It all spend the same. I could take the drug money. I could take the check money from the bank. It's spend the same. Only way it don't spend the same if it's counterfeit. And hell, some of that spend good. But money is money. It don't matter how you got it. So when people get access to money and you're not doing the right thing with it, all I can say is, I don't got no sympathy for you. Come on over here, get in line, because we all dummies, that's it. Because you got people out there making that quick money, flipping, making all that money, and they buying these fancy cars and doing whatever, to each his own, but they don't own houses. They don't own equity. They're not investing in businesses. They're not doing that. And let me tell you something. If you out there hustling, you making money, and you make hundreds of thousands of dollars in a year, invest in somebody else. Find somebody else to put that money into for the long term. Do something, make the money work for you, but it don't happen. 75, 80, 90% of the time, it don't happen. The drug dealers, we just abuse and just, we don't take advantage of your blessing. And those are blessings. Regardless how you get that money, when you get that money, them blessings. Because I know guys who sold number nickels and dimes that saved and had thousands of dollars saved up. Then I know guys that sold kilos who didn't have nothing saved up and couldn't afford for the drought. Couldn't afford, not to re-up or for their plug to fall or go down. They couldn't afford it because they didn't never save no money. So, the money is there. The blessings have been there. People have had access to money, and we've been blessed in certain aspects. But if you don't do the right thing with it, you just, it's a waste. So I ain't got no sympathy for that. So at the end of the day, you need to educate. Because now the irony is this. I done been up the road. I've been in prison with guys who made millions of dollars and don't know shit. They dumb as a doorknob. So even the guy who was making millions of dollars illegally, hustling or whatever, number one, we all in prison, so your resume can't be too goddamn impressive because you got caught. So whatever, however you got caught don't matter. Because you can't, another thing you got to do the reality check, especially for all my hustlers and people out there that's doing their thing, you can't be out there and have a problem with nothing. You can't be hustling and got a problem with the snitches. You can't be hustling and got a problem with the police. You can't be hustling and got a problem with the jack boy, with the robbers, or with, you can't have, because it come with the territory. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't be, well, I need to make all this money. I want to make this money, but then you got all this other stuff come with it and you mad. Like, how you mad? How you mad? It come with the territory. Whatever come, it come with the territory. So suck it up. You can't be mad. And if you mad, you a sucker. You stupid. And you're going to learn. You're going to get your reality check some kind of other way. I don't know. Let us know how that work out for you. Because like I said, I don't really know, personally, I don't know no success stories. I don't know nobody. I'm pretty sure they out there, but I know all the stuff the rappers and the people be talking about. Them ain't be, BMF, they went to jail. They made hundreds of millions of dollars. Their ass went to jail. All the people Rick Ross talking about, they either went to jail or was dead. Like, and it sound good, but that shit ain't end good. I don't know what the hell. They made successful. El Chapo, his ass in jail. They went and got El Chapo. They killed the other boy from Colombia. They killed, you know what I'm saying? They like, I don't know no success stories. I mean, hey, I don't know. Maybe they out there. Maybe they hidden and don't know nobody know about them. I don't know, but the reality is, it's time to educate ourselves. It's trying to just get informed. Like, we need to just learn basic stuff. Like, don't nobody know how to do a budget. You can just start asking your friends and stuff about budgets. They don't know about budget. It's that simple stuff. People need to know. Some people know it. It's cool. But it's a lot of people that don't know it. And you can't really get, you see these people on YouTube talking about investing in stock market, buying this, buying that. People don't know how to budget. And listen, the reality is, it's doable. Don't get me wrong, you want to make as much money as possible. But the reality is, if you learn how to budget and live within your means, short-term sacrifice equals long-term reward. You can get over the hump and you can get out of poverty. You can get to the next level. But it might be, it might be tough times. Like Dave Ramsey say, you might have to eat oodles and noodles for 5, 6, 7 months. And until you save up enough money to, get yourself in position. But that's a sacrifice you got to make. You can't, everything can't be good. It's got to be, you got to put up. They talk about that in the scriptures. Everybody talking about their religious and, and this and that. It's in your scriptures. They tell you about putting up for a rainy day. So obviously we're not listening. But that's the reality check. That's what we got to do. We got to start educating ourselves so that we can increase our income. Learn new trade skill sets. Stop being scary. Stop being intimidated. The stock market is doable. No ifs, ands, and buts. The stock market is doable. Buying real estate, owning property is doable. The key is educate yourself. Make more money. Put yourself in position to be able to do that stuff. If you need to go on a budget, go on a budget. And budgeting is really not that hard. You know what budgeting is? Figure out all your income and figure out all your expenses. Reduce. Like if you make $3,000 a month, take all your bills. And let me tell you something about it. Like nowadays, let's say you got a roommate. This is what people go wrong with the budgeting. This matter though. Let's say you got a roommate. And the roommate split all the bills with you. The roommate, whatever the roommate split the bills and give you, put that on your income side, because that's a reduction in how much money you have to spend. So you can put that on your income side. If all your bills is $2,000 and your roommate give you $1,000, that $1,000, put it over there along with your income. Now, it needs to be allocated to the expenses. It need to, because that's how you reduce your expenses. That's how you reduce your bills. Part of these bills are being paid from this source of income. But that source of income that come from your roommate, put that on your budget, on your asset side. Put that on the income side. And then, all your expenses, and then what it does is allow you to get a good look at the numbers. Because you might make $3,000, you might make $3,000 a month. That's what you make. You might bring home $3,000 a month. But you don't have to spend $3,000 a month, because $1,000 of it is coming from here. So technically, you only spending $1,000 of the $3,000. So that means you got $2,000 to the good, because $1,000 from you, $1,000 from them, all y'all bills paid. So your $2,000, now you can look at your $2,000. You can pay attention to stuff you're doing. Because I had a partner who, I'm not going to say no names, but a buddy of mine, he was telling me that his wife spent like $400 a month on fast food. And, to each his own, because that's her money. She make it. She do what the fuck she want to do with her own money. But that's a conversation we need to have. We don't need to be spending $400 a month on fast food. We need to figure that shit out. For 5 or 6 months, let's figure out another way to reduce that. That's spending too much money on fast food. We spending too much money on, another reason why a budget is good is because it allow you to see where you might need to do some cutbacks. I'm not a big fan of new cars. Now, don't get me wrong. It feel good and it look good. But if the car is not making you no money, I'm like, if I got it, if you got it, then hey, do you. Buy whatever. But if you know you really ain't got it, do you really need to be driving a BMW? What? Because it make you feel good inside as a person? What? And then I'm going to be honest. You buy the brand new BMW, and it be cool and exciting for about a month or two. Everybody be like, oh man, you got a BMW. Oh, Lord. Then after that, man, ain't nobody want to hear that shit. Ain't nobody, when you pull up, it be like, oh, you got a BMW? Oh, yeah. Half the time, they be talking about you. They be like, shit, I'm glad they got the BMW, because, boy, them damn things expensive as hell when it come to the maintenance. I don't want to be bothered with that. And you look good, but the BMW or the Mercedes or whatever you drive, it don't make you no money. But you paying $700-800 a month, where to get from point. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you not to live your life. I'm not telling you to do whatever. Do you? That's you. But sometimes you might just want to think about that, Do I really need to be driving this car? Because that $800, $900 could go to something else. Or I can reduce that. I can get another car that only paying $200, $300, and I could put that $500, $600 extra dollars make a difference. I could put that up. Do you know you can buy fractional shares? If you got an extra $500 and you put it into the stock market, I guarantee, I can't shoot no numbers because I'm not going to shoot no numbers because I don't have them in front of me, but I go out on a limb and tell you, if every month you put $500 into the stock market, man, I guarantee you in about 10 years, man, you're gonna have 6 figures. No ifs, ands, and buts. You're going to have 6 figures. And them 10 years going to fly by. Because remember when you was 15, you never imagined making it to 25, but you 25. Remember when you was 25, now you 35. Some people 35, 45. You never thought you would be there, but you are there. And you look back, and you're like, dang, man, 20 years ago, I was such and such. But what have you done in those last 20 years? And the age ain't changed. You went from being 15 to 45. That's 30 years. From 15 to 45, what have you done? What have you accomplished? What do you have to show for it? That's something to think about. Because if you 45 and you still struggling and you ain't got really nothing to show for it, you probably can, it's safe to say that you probably could have made some better decisions and did some stuff different. And now when you reflect back on it, when you think about it, If you had made little short-term sacrifices, if you had put 100, they say hindsight is the best thing. Ain't nothing like looking back. You can. We smartest people on the planet when looking backwards, talking about what happened. But just imagine put up $100, 200 here, 300 here. You invested in just because now we blow that money. We blow that type of money. You look back, because I be thinking about it all the time. I be like, boy, man, because I know millions of dollars flew through my hand. I'm like, damn, if I could have just put this amount up or just been little peanuts and just left it, I'd be straight. Because that's what people do. People work every day, but the only difference is they have other people do it for them. They work and they be like, hey, man, take $30 out my check, every check. And it be peanuts too, $30, $40, $50. And they match them. The company match. They be done work for that because you got to work. You got to work unless you run across some kind of inheritance or you just find you a sugar daddy, a sugar mama, or sugar kid or somebody to take care of you. You got to work. That's just it. That's how you make money. 20-something years they working. They've been putting up them $30, $40, $50 out they check. Now they look up, they be like, dang. And they got 401k, they got all kind of money saved up. They do this, they own. Because those are natural things that's going to happen anyway. But what it is we have to figure out what to do with them little extra pennies we get. Them extra pennies can add up. I know all of you done seen them little different things where they'll show you like put up a penny a day and it equal up to this amount. You be like, what? 1 penny? And it compound, and you look up, they done talking about put a penny a day up, and in 5 years you look up, it be 200 and some $1,000. You be like, yeah, damn, a penny a day did that. And that's true. So if you put up $5, $10, stuff like that every day, money that you're gonna blow anyway, because we blow it. Trust me, we will find a way to blow money. If you got money in your pocket, you got extra money, we're going to find a way to blow it. We need to start putting it, because now with all these apps and different programs, you can invest. You can take $5 and $10. Every time you get a little extra $5, $10, you can invest it. You can buy fractional shares. You can, put it into drip plans. You can do all kind of stuff now to where them little, and that's peanuts. Like you spend $5, ain't nobody thinking about no $5. You spend that every day. You blow $5 just on some bull junk. I work for a landscape company, and every day we used to go to this 7-Eleven. And every day I used to watch them two Spanish boys. They buy lunch at 7-Eleven every day. To where one day I was like, man, y'all spend a lot of money, it's none of my business, because me, I'm like, man, I'm bringing my lunch, I'm making lunch, I got leftovers, you know what I'm saying? And every day they go in there spending $5, $6, $7 in 7-Eleven. And I ain't saying they wrong, because to each his own, that's their money. But I was thinking in my mind like, damn, man, they spend $5, $6 every day for lunch. 5 days a week, no ifs, ands, and buts, at 7-Eleven. They could have put that money into some kind of investment or something. But because they be crying. They like, yeah, man, my girl need this. I got to do this. I'm doing this. Man, I don't make enough money. And I'm thinking in my mind like, man, we blow a lot of money. We blow a lot of money. We got to start being better with our money. Just more mindful and conscious of where we spending our money. And in order to do that, we got a budget. You create a budget and it lets you know what you're spending your money on. Because if you make $1,000 a week, you spending it on something. So we need to figure out what you're spending it on so we can figure out, because some of that stuff you may not need to, you may look at it and be like, man, that's crazy. And because a lot of times we just do stuff, we just do it, we're not aware, we're not thinking about it. But once you actually become aware of it and you mindful of it, you'll be like, man, I ain't doing that. Hell no. No, I ain't doing that. That's crazy, man. I ain't do because it don't matter. Because I used to feel like I had to. Then when I started not doing it, I was like, damn. Going to prison helped me a lot with that, because hell, you had to do it out. You go to prison, I don't care how raw you was, how good you was at, whatever, how much money. Everybody, what's so unique about that prison thing in Florida, in DOC? Everybody got the same outfit on with the same white stripe. They spend the same amount. You can be a millionaire, but you can only spend $100 a week. That's it. And you standing next to a dude who been smoking crack for 20 years, who mama sent him $100 a week. He spent what you spent, but you was the big baller. You was out there doing your thing. You the millionaire dope boy. He spent 100, you spent 100. Y'all the same. Y'all equal. Ain't no ain't no different. Everybody get to spend the same amount, $100 a week. Everybody. You know, you got some slick guys who slick, you know, they get, you know, I'm gonna tell you how dudes wanted to be so much better than everybody else. What they would do is they would have money sent to other people so they can have more money to spend, you know, because that was the only way to do it, because you couldn't spend but this amount of money. I don't care what you did in your previous life. I don't care who you think you are. You can spend 100, he can spend 100, he can spend 100. Your outfit the same as his. You got dudes, paying a dude to press and clean and press up their outfits, because I need my outfit to look better than your outfit. But it's the same outfit. It's blue with a white stripe with the same shirt. Y'all look same. Y'all twins. Y'all got the same outfit. The same. It's just identical. Nothing. But because I need to be better than you, even in prison, I'm gonna pay this dude every week to clean and press up my outfit. I'm gonna put money in these two other people's accounts so I can spend $300. You can only spend $100, even though it's through them. And if they go to jail, let me tell you something, because it's crazy, right? It's a thing about, it's a saying, like, you go to jail in jail. You can go to jail, like you can go to the box or you know, detainment or whatever, and we call it going to jail. They go to jail. You don't put $100 in their account. You just out of gas, because what you gonna do? Go up there and say, "Hey man, I put 100 in his account. I need that money back." No, it don't work like that, because you ain't had no business doing that anyway. So it's crazy, man. Because the mind state, even behind the gate, the mind state of not understanding how to deal with money, not understanding how to budget, and just the basic stuff. Like you really should learn. It should be a learning experience of how to go without and how to do without, because you still survive. You got people do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and they don't have money all the time, and they survive. They don't die. So you can go without. You can go without some of the stuff that you think you can't go without. You can go without it, and you'll be okay. But you know, those are the reality checks that we need to have as a people. But anyway, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Like I said, that was just the beginning of the lesson plan. Before I start talking about, you know, the intricate details of banking and just investing and all that, we need to get to the basics. People need to understand that, you know, first, you need the reality check of we're gonna have to learn how to educate ourselves in order to elevate. Second, you're gonna have to stop being scared, stop being so intimidated, you know, and just know that, hey, this could be a rough ride, but I'm gonna get rich or die trying. Point blank. That's it. I'm not gonna just stand still and be all like scared. You know, I'm gonna do what I got to do to make it happen. And then third, you know, just understanding that I gotta learn how to do better with the money I make, regardless. Because you can have $1 million, you can have $1,000. The person with $1,000 can have more than the person with $1 million, because if they know how to work with what they're working with, he know how to manage that. He or she know how to manage that 1,000. If that person don't know how to manage that $1 million, it's cool. They got $1 million, but it ain't gonna last long. A fool and his money shall soon depart. They're gonna lose that money. So we got to learn how to just have a better understanding of it. And just remember that short-term sacrifice equal to long-term reward. Like, you know, make some short-term sacrifices now, it'll pay off later. Because one day you was 15, then one day you 25, then one day you 35, you 45. During that time frame, you keep getting, because you don't go back. Ain't no Benjamin Button. You go old and then you die. During that transition, what are you doing? And that's what we got to capitalize on. You know, when you was 15, by the time you got to 25, what did you accomplish? By the time you got to 35, what did you accomplish? Because you can easily go from 15 to 50 and you look back and yeah, you happy you made it to 50. Everybody be happy. You know, you see it, oh, I made the big 5-0. Thank God, you know, this and that. What did you do in those, what did you do up to 50? What do you have to show for it? You just happy that you made it to 50? You know, you could have sat around, you could have sat under the tree and made it to 50. You know, some people make it, some people don't. But you could have sat around and did nothing. I mean, is that really how you want to go out? You want to really just get old and go out and you ain't did nothing and you just like, yeah, I'm 70 years old, but you ain't got shit to show for it? You around here hoping somebody to look out for you? Come on. When you could just take a little bit. It just be a little bit. It ain't got to be a lot. We could take a little bit. Because just imagine if you had put up $2, $3, $4, $5 a day during that time frame from 15 to 50 or from 20 to 50. That 30-year time frame you put up man, you ain't worried about nothing. Little small stuff. Small. And we spend $2, $3, $4, $5 a day like it ain't nothing. You spend $5 in a day and then somebody asks you and you don't even know. Oh yeah, I did. Damn sure right. Yeah. I did go in there in that store and spend $5. So we spend a lot of money that we probably could put to better usage. And we got to get better at that. But anyway, that's enough of my rambling. And I hope y'all learned something. If you did learn something, you know, like I said, if you got any feedback, comments, whatever, boom. My next segment, I'm going to really start to get into, like, the next time I think I'm going to talk about the whole income. I'm going to go more into the budget. I actually want to write out a budget. And so I want to go back over that so we can really understand. In case you don't, if you do understand, it's all good. But some people, you know, we might need to elaborate a little bit more on that so you got a better understanding of the budget and the income versus what's going out and how, you know, because like you really want to pay attention to what you're spending and where the money going so you can have a better understanding of how to make, you know, because just putting up a couple pennies, making more money definitely is the route. The more money you make, the better. But even then, you want to be, what you're going to do with that extra money. Let's say you got an extra $700 a month. What are you going to do with it? If you don't do nothing with the extra $700 a month, you're going to find a way to spend it. You're just going to become a bigger consumer on a more grander scale. We don't want to become bigger consumers. We want to capitalize on all the extra money we have that's going to help us build to where in the future, 10, 15 years, which is not a long time, 10, 15 years, you look up and you like, oh man, bam, I'm glad I put that money up into this and that because, you know, now I got it. But appreciate y'all tuning in. It's your boy J to the J Jones. Peace.